Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our ongoing Navaratri workshop series. We're obviously incredibly lucky tonight to be having tonight's session with Srimati Rama Vaidyanathan ji, who is one of the most sought after exponents of Bharatanatyam. I think when our borders were open, something that was such a privilege for each of us when we got to go to the Margari season or another dance festival or Natyam festival in India was the privilege to be able to see Srimati Rama Vaidyanathan ji dance and to be able to witness that performance. So we are incredibly, incredibly fortunate today, and we cannot thank you enough. Before we do start, I just want to quickly go through some housekeeping rules. So just please make sure that your videos are on so that Ramaka can see all of us and that you're muted. If you do have any questions during the session, please make sure you send them to me on the private chat and we can ask them towards the end of the session.
I am extremely sorry to interrupt you, Purni. My name is Radhika Ramaka. Namaskaram to you. I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the lands on we meet today and pay my respect to their elders past and present. I also extend our respect to all gurus around the globe. My sincere thanks to Vaibhavi, Deepthi and Praveena for coordinating the poster and all the IT-related matters. It's my pleasure to introduce Annapurni. We call her Purni. I know she doesn't like to be called Annapurni, but let me say it one more time. Annapurni is a dear child to myself, along with her other two sisters who joined Bharatakalanjali Melbourne when actually Purni was 3, along with her other little angel sister Ashrita back in 2001. Then later her third sister joined and they had their Ranga Pravesham back in 2011. To be genuinely honest, I still cherish the memories. We've been one family. All 3 of them are gifted dancers and has huge knowledge in Natyam, Sangeetam, and all the instruments. Purni is currently working as a doctor, which she doesn't like to be said, but I take this opportunity. She works for Eastern Health, currently preparing to become a general practitioner. I know Purni will tell me off for this, but the year that she got into med, that was a challenging year for us as a family. But the focus that she faced and achieved still sits in my heart, and I have a huge respect for that, Purni. Not because of that, only you are an angel in my life. The entire family is fully dedicated to Chinmaya mission, including Purni's husband, Nidurshan. Their house is blessed by Swamiji. The entire house is very spiritual. I'm sure all of you will agree with me. All the Kumar 3 sisters, Natyam, just simply reflect the devotion in their Natyam. Purni, thank you so much for today. And Ramaka, thank you so much for dedicating your time for us. I have watched you back in 93, 94, all your kacheris, following you Sabha to Sabha when you were still performing with your guru come mother-in-law Sarojaji. And now I'm following you and Dakshana very silently, and it's a blessing, Akka. Purni, sorry to interrupt you. Over to you. Sorry, the puppy was the one to blame.
Thanks, Akka. Now moving on to the real stuff tonight. So obviously with us tonight, we have Srimati Rama Vaidyanathan, and we're also very lucky to have Srimati Saroja Vaidyanathan on joining us today. So Rama, Akka.
She's not going to be joining.
Oh, she was? Oh, I thought I just saw her a bit earlier.
No, that was her name, which I renamed to Rama.
Oh, okay. We all got very excited. Okay. So Ramaka trained intensively under the legendary dancer Srimati Yamini Krishnamurti, and also was under the guidance of Srimati Saroja Vaidyanathan. Having performed professionally for over 25 years, Ramaka is not only highly celebrated for her finesse in the art form, but also for her extraordinary skills in choreography and her unique thought process and fresh approach to Bharatanatyam, whilst maintaining its core principles. She brings to her dance a palpable sense of devotion and dedication, which leaves the audience spellbound with a sense of spiritual fulfillment. Rama Akka is one of the directors of Ganesha Natyalaya, one of the best Bharatanatyam institutes of the country. She has additionally toured, performed, and showcased her art at multiple prestigious venues in and across India and across the globe. Her performances have earned her critical acclaim from renowned critics, and she has made several and continues to make several humble contributions to the Bharatanatyam repertoire. We are all incredibly excited about tonight's session with Rama Akka, where we'll be focusing on emotional sadhana, the art of communication and streamlining emotions. And it truly is an opportunity for all of us to learn about this from one of the best in the field. I would also like to quickly extend a warm thank you to Srimati Verushka Pathar for connecting us to Rama Akka for tonight's session. Thank you, Rama Akka. I'll hand over to you.
Thank you, Purni, and thank you, Radhika and Verushka, for all coming together in getting me to be able to share my whatever I know with all of you. I just know that there are so many wonderful Bharatanatyam dancers all over the world, all around India and all over the world. And it's always a joy to connect with all of you and to be able to share my thoughts with all of you. So as you all know, that today's topic was titled Emotional Sadhana. Now the word sadhana is about practice. It's about being consistent, conscientiously striving towards excellence. And we often attach the word sadhana in dance to nritta, to getting a good aramandi, getting a good angashuddhi, getting the perfect kadatakatari kadatom, and getting the perfect natyaramba and all of that. But the thing is, we need to do sadhana also for abhinaya, also to express our emotions. Because in Nritta sadhana, it is the mind, body and soul which have to culminate to come together at one point. Also in abhinaya, we need to bring in a kind of focus of the mind, body and soul, and exactly what we call that as to be the sthai bhava. So that internal feeling that we have, and then how do we express it? Sometimes too much is expressed. Sometimes too less is expressed. Sometimes, a dancer is too much on your face with over expression of the abhinaya. And then you feel like saying, okay, it's too much. Or sometimes you're trying to understand what the dancer is doing. You're not able to understand. The abhinaya is very, very non-communicative. Now, there's a difference between being non-communicative and there's the difference between being subtle. You can still communicate while being subtle. But if you are over-communicative, then you cannot communicate. So where do we draw the line and how do we get that? So obviously, this is not something which is like, oh, I got it, right? So there are hours and hours and years of delineation and contemplation on it. But I have devised certain exercises that I thought I will share with all of you tonight, which will help you to bring that focus of what you want to express, what are you thinking to express, to what you actually express, to what you actually communicate to the audience. the first thing I thought we could do an exercise of understanding what is the difference between look and see in Abhinaya. Now, there is the moon, suppose, and that beautiful moon is there, that round white moon, shining white moon, and it is throwing its rays on me. My body is getting lit with that moon. The space around me is getting lit with that round moon. So I see that moon there. I see it. Unless and until I see that moon, oh, what a beautiful moon. It's round. And it's shining white. Unless I see the moon, my audience is not going to see it. So I need to train my eyes to see the moon. And it's not very difficult. Go out at night, just see the moon. Capture that look in your face. Understand what your face and your eyes are have come to that point of seeing the moon, or seeing the tall mountain, or see the tree, this tree with those flowers blossoming, tall trees. So you are seeing. They say that art reflects life. So as dancers, we need to constantly be alert of our emotions. So next time you see something, like take a screenshot of that of your face inside your body. Take a screenshot. What is your face? How is your face reacting? How do your lips twitch? How do your eyes look? How does your head tilt when you look at the moon? Or do you look at the moon like this? Or do you look at the moon with the chin up? So these are little things, sadhana, that you can do on a daily life. While you're cooking, while you're in the tube, while you're waiting for the train, while you are on a holiday. As dancers, we are dancers 24/7. We are not just dancers when we get into the dance studio or the stage. So we need to take those screenshots all the time. Now let's come to what is look. Now this is see. I see the moon. Typically, you see inanimate objects and you look at animate objects. So the minute you look at the Sakhi is somebody who is reacting to you. Because see, the moon is not reacting to you. So you're just seeing the moon. It's just a one way. The tree is not reacting to you. So it's just one way. You're just seeing the tree. But the Sakhi is reacting to you. So the see look, the look that you have for see, changes when you look at the Sakhi. The look is completely different. You have to look into her eyes. Till you look into her eyes, I am not going to be convinced that there is a Sakhi standing there in front of you. So you have to lock your eyes with that Sakhi. There is no Sakhi there, but there is a Sakhi, right? For us, there is a Sakhi. So then you look at the Sakhi with your eyes locked. Hi, how are you? How's life? Everything okay? What happened? You won't go. You won't go to bring him to me. Why? Please, no. Please. So you have locked your eyes to that Sakhi. So look, the look is different from seeing the moon. Now, actually, if you see, you might say, oh, there's not so much difference between see and look. But the thing is, it's what you feel inside reflects in your eyes, in the see, and in the look. So now let's do an exercise, okay? I'm going to say I can say anything. Look at the tree, and I want you to make the tree, and I want you to look at the tree. And then suddenly I'll say, sorry, see the tree. And then I'll say, look at him. And then I want you to consciously change your eyes from see to look. Sometimes you may see a bird flying. Nice bird, cute bird. And suddenly you look at the bird. Will you go and give my message to him? But then again, the bird is flying away. So you're seeing the bird. So same thing, you can see and look at the same time. Similarly, you can even see the moon and then you can talk to the moon also. So when you're talking to the moon, you're looking at the moon. When you're just seeing the moon, you're just seeing the moon. When you're just having your eyes, have the picture of the moon in your eyes, you're just seeing the moon. So let's do that exercise. Can I see all of you? Okay, right. Wow, see this beautiful creeper in front of you. Can all of you show the creeper? See the creeper. See it in front of you. It's so pretty, it's so soft, and it's so pliable. It moves from one side to the other. It's a beautiful, beautiful creeper. See the creeper. See it in front of you. And then suddenly, across the creeper, you look at him. There he is standing. There he is. He's standing right in front of you. Change your eyes from see to look. And then look at him. Talk to him. Why are you late? Why did you come so late? Why? Don't you know? See this creeper? Go back to the creeper. This creeper has been keeping me company. Now look at him. Don't you know that you should have been here? So difference between see and look. Let's look at a little beautiful lotus, okay? See the lotus in front of you. Such a beautiful lotus. Blossoming. Full blossom. Beautiful with the bee. That same lotus, when it comes into the hair of Parvati, now you're looking at Parvati. You're looking at her, Parvati standing in front of you. So that your eyes that communicated when they were seeing the lotus change when they look at Parvati. See the water in front of you. Just see the water. Look at the Sakhi. Lock your eyes with the Sakhi. She's standing right in front of you. So it is the play of the eyes. It's as simple / difficult as that, right? It's simple but also difficult because it's a simple concept, but it takes time to understand it. So I would like you anytime to do these exercises of just see and look. Just sit anywhere and communicate with the world around you and use your eyes to talk. You know, we as classical dancers, we get very spoiled because for everything we have a mudra, right? There's a deer, there's a flower, there's a bird, there's rain. So what happens is, we depend so much on mudras that we do not use our eyes to show the rain, to show the deer, to show the blossoming lotus with our eyes. So let's try showing things with our eyes and not with the mudra. Let's not use the mudra. Mudra is always there to help you, right? But then when you use your face, so let's show me a lotus in front of you. It's a blossoming lotus. Don't use your hands. Just show the lotus. Beautiful blossoming lotus. Okay. What about a butterfly flying around you? Right? Now, how easy it was just to show this, right? But not engaging fully with your mind, body, and soul with this. So my idea today is to streamline that, your mind, body, and soul with what you're doing. So these exercises will help. Show the waterfall. Waterfall coming down. Just with your eyes. Then what happens is, when you actually show the waterfall with your hands, the whole body, the emotion, the mudra are all invested and streamlined in one point. And that's when you are able to communicate it fully. So using, let's show a deer. A running deer. Deer's gone behind the tree. Oh, the deer's coming to me. Come. The deer is on me now. The deer's licking me. So what happens is, these little exercises can help us harness the energy, harness the possibilities of our emotions through Mukha Abhinaya and Netra Abhinaya. And let us not always depend on the mudras. Mudras are always there, but we need to streamline. Now, first exercise that I want to do. So these are little small exercises, but I have major exercises I have developed where again the whole body gets invested in it. And so suppose we do something like hope, okay, where flowers are blossoming. Hope about flowers blossoming, bees coming, beautiful flowers blossoming. And then there's despair of flowers drying, hopelessness, complete hopelessness, drying, sadness, despair, fall down. Again, there's hope, flowers blossoming, hope. There is somewhere I need to go. There is somewhere I need to achieve. Then again, there is despair, everything dry, and everything hopeless. Very simple emotion, right? Two contradicting emotions. So, the exercises, I'll be putting on some music, just random music, which you do not have to follow the rhythm of the music. And typically, in Urumandi. Okay, body straight, stomach in. We get up slowly with the blossoming flowers. Slowly we get up, okay? Hope. You have to symbolize hope. Then slowly I want you to go down to Urumandi with hopelessness, despair, sadness, desolation, dried flowers, down. Again, hope, hope. Slowly again, you come up, slowly you go down. What happens is that your body gets invested in this energy. Now, you will ask me, when I really have to show hope or despair in dance, do I really have to torture my body going up and down, because it's very strenuous. It's very strenuous. Do I really have to torture my body to do go up and down? You don't have to do it when you are performing or when it is part of a piece, when you're showing that emotion. This is just an exercise for the whole body to get invested in the emotion. So what happens is, it becomes muscle memory. When you're actually doing the emotion, that whole act of coming up, keeping the body straight, the spine straight, that whole action, that body action gets dissolved in the emotion that you will show. So these are just exercises to streamline your emotion and to develop muscle memory. So I'm going to switch on. I have different kinds of music. This time we'll do Rashid Khan. Is that Rashid Khan? Venkatesh Kumar. Okay. Okay, these are my favorite singers. Venkatesh Kumar singing Rag Jog. Right? As much as possible, do it. Give that strain to the body. It's important. Can I have everybody get up, please? Let's switch down. All right, thank you. So this was just a small way that you can practice, and you will notice that just as you are doing these emotions, things will open up inside your body that you did not know of. Things will open up inside your mind. Emotions will open up inside your mind. And what is helping you? The streamlining of the emotion inside your body, embedding it inside your body, getting up with that emotion and getting down. It will help you. Now let's do another exercise with a different music. And this time the theme will be different. Suppose you're opening the door. Okay? Now opening the door with a lot of happiness, you open the door, right? And then you realize you're disappointed with the person who's standing in front of you, right? Either that person has not risen up to your expectations, or that person has been unfaithful to you. Whatever it is, you are terribly disappointed, and then you close the door, right? But this is an abhinaya that we do so many times. Like we open the door with so much hope, and then we close the door. Or we open the door in naughty manner. You get angry and you slam the door. It's a very small action of opening the door and closing the door. But let's do an exercise which will again streamline your body to the emotion. What I want you to do is open the door, slowly go down, go back, look at him. But you've noticed you're disappointed. So then you use all your energy, get up. Close. Again open. Stretch. Stretch your leg at the back. With a lot of hope. Maybe you're searching for him. Maybe he's just coming. And maybe he's come really close to you. No. You want to close it. Close it. So the stretching of this leg, your body will understand the emotion. Because many times what happens is only our heart understands the emotion. And of course we dancers are spoiled for choice. We just open the door and close the door. We have mudras. Our face shows the emotion, but our body does not invest in the emotion. So we have to put the body to test the emotion. Let's try. This time we'll use Ranjani Gayatri's very beautiful raga in Andolika. You can choose your songs. Right? Let's do it. Alright, let's go to exercise number 3, in which let's do the chauka. Okay, we move our body from one side to the other side, in which your left leg is in Nata, right leg, and then you move back in the chauka position again with the right leg in Nata and left leg. So we move slowly, Nata, then again do the chauka. So this is the body movement. Okay? One side when you go, look at the dark sky, the twinkling stars, and react to how you would look and show the twinkling stars. And how will you react with your head, with your face, with your eyes, with your shoulders, with your arms? Show the twinkling stars and come on one side. Then the next side is rain. Come to one side. Back to twinkling stars. Okay? And then rain. Twinkling stars, rain. Okay? So, streamline your mind, body and soul to show these two things. Let's do it. And what's the music this time?
Rashid Khan, Meghmala.
Okay, Rashid Khan's Meghmala. Quite apt for the rain. Right.
Sadhana.
Okay. And we thought our hips and legs pain only with nritta. So here you go. Your legs and hips and everything can pain in Abhinaya Sadhana also. So, so that's what it is. So, right, we go to the next exercise where we show different kinds of nayikas. One which is in total awe, like the Mukta Nayika. So she looks at him with complete awe and admiration. So again, it's the look, and it's not the see. This is see, but this is look. The second look is sad and hurt. So she looks at him. She's very sad and she's hurt because he has disappointed her. Third one is a passionate, bold, come let's be together. A look of that kind, okay? So she looks at him. She calls him. So she has this bold, unabashed passion and love and sensuality that she transmits to him, right? And the fourth one, of course, how can we leave that, is that she looks at him with anger. How dare you behave like this? How dare you talk to me like this? I will not accept it. This is unacceptable. So these are the four looks. One is admiration and in awe of her lover. Second one is sad and hurt. Third one is passionate and bold and inviting. Fourth one is red hot, unforgiving anger. But again, in Abhinaya, when we do on stage, we just stand in one place and then we just look at him, right? Suppose I have to do Mukta. So Radha just looks at Krishna. So again, like I said, we are spoiled. Krishna is so beautiful. Oh my God, such a beautiful face, holding the flute, the peacock feather. All this helps in the Abhinaya. But not understanding that I have to invest my body and my mind and soul also into it. So which is why we will not use hands at all. Hands will come in as like an extra bit of salt in your sambar, right? But first let's get the sambar right. So what we do is, I want you to, so as though he's standing here, right? Right leg in front like this, okay? Turn towards your left. Keep the balance. Slowly turn and face him. Okay? Then keep the weight on your left leg. Then again, turn. Keep the body absolutely stoic and straight. Turn. Then turn again with the second look. Then turn again. Okay? All the while keeping your body absolutely erect and straight. And one thing I want you to remember is when you are taking the look, suppose it's the first look, try not to blink. Connect with him, look him in the eye, and show your admiration and your respect for him. Don't blink. Then, with that same look, turn. You can blink now, okay? Then, slowly turn again. Hurt, sad, disappointed. Try not to blink. Connect with him. Hurt, sad, your whole body demeanor is, even though it is straight, but invest that emotion. Every cell in your body has to brim with the emotion of sad and hurt. Okay? Even though I can't see the cell in your body, but it gets reflected through your eyes. So every cell has to be invested in that hurt and sad. Do not blink. Turn. Then again turn. Third one was unabashed passion, inviting him. come. I'm ready for you. Look at him. Turn. Last one. Turn. Anger. Unforgiving. How dare you? I'm not going to accept it. And throughout, remember, you can't use your head, nothing. It's just the eyes and keeping your body straight. Turn. Okay? To the point your torso has to get strained. It has to pain. It's a good sign. It has to happen. That means the body is getting invested in the emotion. You won't be able to see it immediately, but it will hone your skills of streamlining your emotions, right? All right. Okay.
Sorry,
Is
Rama.
everybody ready?
Yes, we're ready. I just want to ask you, so we're all very keen to go over time. If you're happy to go, I'm just mindful of the time at the moment.
All right. What we can do is I'll go up to 1:30 my time, which is, again, I think another 7 minutes. And after that, if there are any questions, I'll take them.
Okay, sure. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's start. Let's have the music. And we have drums this time. We have all the eteka and the tawil. Right. I just want to acknowledge the name of the musicians before we go ahead. I want us to do it once more. It is Trishur Krishna Kumar, and violin is who's the violin? Vayala Rajagopalan and Trishur Krishna Kumar. Thank you for allowing us to use this music for this. Okay, let's do it again. Once more, I'd like to see all of you do it. All right. So the trick is to have some nice music that you like and just be alone, just you and your emotion, and it'll help to streamline it. You know, simple thing like saying po po. Suppose it comes in part of so many javlis and padams. So when you're saying po po, go away, go away. Suppose you want to say it casually, so po po. So that face, the look in the eyes, and the mudra that we use is casual. The same po, if I say that you have to say it in a reprimanding way. So po po. So the eyes become a little bigger. Po po. So from po po. Po po. So you see that small tilt of the head. Po po to po po. The point I'm trying to make is that yes, it's very nice to say that Abhinaya is spontaneous, it has to come naturally, all of that. But to a certain extent, we need to work on honing our own skills. There are so many skills in Abhinaya that we ourselves have, we don't know it. So till we hone them, till we harness them, we will not know it. So these are little things that we can work on. So casual popo, reprimanding popo, angry popo. This is reprimanding popo, angry popo, and one joking popo, popo, popo. This is joking. So that same popo, right? Let's do it. First, casually, popo. Second, reprimanding, popo. Po. Third, angry. Po. And fourth was joking. Po. Okay, so these are little things we need to ourselves think and bring in more communicability to our Abhinaya. So there's lots and lots and lots that we can do, but at least whatever I told you, if you are able to do it yourselves, because whatever I've told you is really no rocket science. It's just that you can do it yourself and hone your own skills. So if you have any questions, I'll take them now.
Thank you so much, Ramaka. I think we'd all love for this to go on endlessly. I've just got a few questions from a few people in the audience. The first one is, when we're so invested in portraying something, do we need to mind the technique as well? So for example, in your portrayal of the deer, it was so realistic, but you actually didn't need to use mudras at all. And I think you covered this, but the question is, I think you covered this, but we're wondering a bit more detail. Does the technique need to be in alignment to fully convey an emotion as a Bharatanatyam dancer?
Okay, so my theory is that adhere to technique, practice it, make it so much a part of your body and soul and mind of your dance, and adhere to it and practice it and do the sadhana of it, of the technique. And then after that, throw it out of the window. Throw the technique out of the window. And now when I say throw the technique out of the window, I don't mean, okay, now I don't need to do Aramandi, I don't need to do Natyaramam properly, I can just, no. Throw it because you don't need it anymore to remind you of technique. You don't need that teacher called technique standing in front of you while you're dancing, saying, hey Rama, are you doing proper Aramandi? Hey Rama, are you doing proper? Are you looking properly? Are you looking, turning properly? You don't need that teacher called technique standing in front of you because you have become the technique. So you don't need it anymore. So you actually throw it out of the window. It's like, you know, there's so much of water you drink, the water has become part of you, and then you don't need the rest of the water, you just throw it away. So I think that is important, to come to a point where you should not have the baggage of the technique on your head all the time. And it has to be at a point where it has become a part of you, and you will you cannot do without it. But at the same time, it is not there to reprimand you all the time.
Thank you. Thanks, Akka. The next question is, thank you so much for these exercises. They were so immersive. I would love to know how to approach a padam or kirtanam in understanding and conveying a nayika's hidden emotion. For example, her overt emotion may be anger, but underlying emotion may be hurt and insecurity. How can we train ourselves to show these dual emotions?
Okay, so one thing is that momentary work that you have to do with the padam. And what is that momentary in the moment work? That is reading the poem properly, understanding each and every word, understanding where the poet has come from, under what circumstances did he write this poem, what are the other poems on the same theme that he wrote. Do not take out a poem in isolation and work on it. Make sure that you're understanding the whole ethos of that poem. Like, for example, if there is a varnam or a padam or a padam that Annamacharya has written, or understand where Annamacharya came from, what was his demeanor and what was his life's objective and aim to write that poem. So, and understand each and every word to word meaning, and look for the hidden meanings yourself, right? That is one momentary work that you have to do. But a lifelong work of taking screenshots of yourself is absolutely essential. You have to be a dancer 24/7. Like, even suppose if you are a mother, you have kids, you take the kids to the zoo, look at how the deer is moving. Look at how the elephant is moving its trunk. Or if you go to a temple and if you see Meenakshi's posture, sculpture there, look at the way the hips are tilted in that particular stone sculpture. Look at the way her arms are kept, how she holds the parrot. So many things. So, and live every emotion. Live every emotion. And I think experience each and every moment of your life, and take that experience of that moment and put it into your dance. It's an art. It's an art. It's an art to put your experiences of your life into your dance, because dance does reflect, art does reflect life. So even for a padam, that momentary work you're doing, but then for your whole being to be invested in that emotion and for your face to show that emotion, you have to be alert and you have to get touched by everything aesthetic and beautiful around you. And staying inspired is extremely important. Reading poetry, reading literature, reading philosophy, looking at paintings, looking at sculptures, looking at nature, listening to talks by spiritual leaders. I mean, these are so many things that help us to become a better dancer. Purni, I heard that your whole family, Radhika was saying that your whole family is a devotee of the Chinmaya mission and Swami Chinmayananda. So I have to tell you, so I have sat on Swami Gurudev's lap as a child, and I've danced in front of him several times as a young 12, 13-year-old, whenever he used to inaugurate any one of his Sandipanis in India, whether it's in Dharamshala or in Koilvan. So I used to do a little performance, and he has...
Wow, that's amazing, Ramaka.
And he has come to my house, my mother's house. My mother was his disciple, so that is how the whole family got so that I immediately connected when Radhika said that to you. So I thought I must tell you that as a child, I've sat on his lap.
I'm very envious. We've got another question, Ramaka. How do you make a shy child or a person emote these bhavas?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Yeah. You know, the thing is not to give them the literature of the song. Give them human, everyday emotions. Okay? Just tell them that, you know, you are sleeping, suddenly your mother wakes you up and say, hey, surprise, I've got this cake for you. So how will you look? Oh, really? You've got this cake for me? So make them open up emotions with everyday examples. Don't make them say, Sarasi, Jakshalu, Krishna, he's told, that will come later. You know, those emotions, they'll open up later. But first, give them realistic emotions that they can relate to. Because let's face it, you know, kids will not be able to relate to emotions where, you know, either Krishna is stealing the clothes or you know, Durga is saying, go and kill Surapadman with the spear. You know, these are little things that we have to gradually bring into them. So a good thing would be to tell them the story first, show them paintings of the story, show them little maybe videos. These days, you know, every story there's a story on Hanuman, there's a story on baby Krishna. So show them videos and then slowly bring in the emotion into them, and then without knowing itself, they will start emoting.
And just on that note, Ramaka, when it's an emotion that we might not have necessarily felt before, do we have to wait until we've had that experience before we truly can express it? Like, for example, if you're showing Mother Yashoda, and if we don't have kids, or if you're showing Radha to Krishna and you've never felt like that before, do we have to wait until we do experience that to be able to show it in our dance?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because we have everything within us to emote. And as dancers, we need to train ourselves to emote. I mean, how else will you show a cruel Duryodhana or a Ravana? You may not be so cruel at all. How will you show it? So dance has to transcend all these emotions, and also dance has to transcend gender. You may be a woman, you may be a man, but you have to express emotions or become that character. And so I think the soul, the body of a dancer has to be genderless. It has to be genderless. When I dance, I cannot be conscious of being a woman, of having breasts, or having a good waist, of having hips. I cannot be conscious of my body. No. The minute I'm conscious of my body, then it becomes mechanical. So even a man similarly does not need to be conscious of his body. It is his soul which is expressing that love-lorn, sensuous Radha, even though he's a man. And me, if I'm so conscious of my curves, how am I going to show Shiva's Ananda Tandava, being a woman? So dance has to transcend over all these age. It has to transcend age. How am I able to show Shabari when I was a young woman in the 20s? So it has to transcend age. It has to transcend gender. It has to transcend experiences, whether you've had them or not. It is something for us to harness within ourselves. That is the joy of being a dancer. You get into spaces that you've not gone into ever before in your life. You get into those spaces. So that's the magic of dance.
Thank you. And I think that's a really nice way of looking at it, because I think we freak out when it's something that we can't relate to. I've got another question, Ramaka. What is your thought process when choreographing padams to bring out the right emotions? How do we know if what we're choreographing actually makes sense to the audience?
Yeah, I know. That's right. So the thing is, many times, you have so many thoughts to do, so many thoughts, so many ideas, and then you put them all, and then it becomes one avial and chole and sambar mix, right? So it doesn't have any taste, right? So it's important. I think less is more is very, very a very important factor to have when you're choreographing. And my theory, my mantra for choreography is the success of a choreography is not what you do on stage, it's what you don't. It's what you edit. It's what you leave out. It's what you don't show. That is the success of the choreography, because it's only then that what you actually do shines and erupts and gets into the sensibility of the audience. So this is not something that comes overnight. I mean, I have failed miserably and fallen flat on my face, okay, making these mistakes. So it's only over years that you understand how many ideas to put across, how many ways to put across, how much to do, how less to do. This is something that I would urge all young dancers to start choreography. It's very, very important, I feel. Pick up a piece, try to see if you can do it yourself, make something. Not necessarily that you need to perform it or anything. Just start, because I think it hones your skill as a dancer. Choreography really helps you as a dancer. So I think it's just experience, and it's editing. Very, very important word, editing.
Thank you, Akan. I think that's a wrap to the questions so far. But I think safe to say, looking at everybody's faces, we have truly, truly enjoyed and benefited so much from your session today. So thank you so much from all of us for your time and the energy that you brought to this session today.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here. It has been a joy.
Thank you so much, Aka. Wordless. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Berushka, you look lovely in that hairstyle. You're muted. You're muted.
Thank you, Aka. It's wonderful to see you. I keep forgetting I have no hair.
Hello. You look so pretty.
Yes, you look gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, it's such a joy to listen to you. It's and you know, just your body language of how you started off coming into the camera and into your computer was, I wrote that as the first thing, is how your body language came in, like you were telling us some secrets, you know, and it evolved just like that into secrets. So I thought when I write and share for you, I thought how Akka just came in, you know, and it's this platform, it's this online new platform, but how you harness that opportunity of the gift that you have to share secrets. It's you really have that magical gift, Akka, that comes so naturally to you. So thank you. It was wonderful to listen to you as always, as always.
You're still a
And I
little girl, Akka. You're still a little, you know, like I can't take my eyes off from you. You're still that little young girl.
Okay, this little young girl is a grandmother now, you know that.
I know. Congratulations,
Yes,
Akka.
congratulations.
September 16th was, yeah. Isn't it
Yeah.
September 15th or 16th?
15.
That
Yeah.
much I follow you, Akka.
Yeah, yeah. That's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank
I think
you.
Dushi wants to say something here.
Yes.
Thank you, Radhika. Just give me a minute. I'm so happy today.
Hello.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you, Ramaka. I'm
Hello,
also
Dushi.
like, I used to wonder each and every moment of Ramaka, and had the fortune to learn this Navarasa Mohana from Ramaka, and also been with her in the Natya Kala conference. That was the last visit to India. So much of learning from you, and thank you so much. So happy today.
Thank you.